they think it's expensive, or they think it's hard to work with, or they don't know what to do. But you don't have to be intimidated at all. A lot of people would rather stick to ground chicken or ground beef or, just chicken cutlet. This was $12, and that could be expensive or cheap based on how much you cook or how much you like cooking. But there's a lot here. You can see how big it is, and it's really easy to work with. And you shouldn't say steak for a special occasion. A lot of people do that, but I say that being alive, and I say this all the time when I come to spending money on food, being alive is a special occasion. So celebrate that. And I hope I inspire you guys in the kitchen. And let me know if you have any comments, questions, concerns. If you think it sucks, let me know. I don't care, just let me know. And thanks for watching though, and I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, so here's our beautiful, sexy flank steak, and I seasoned them already on both sides with salt and pepper, loads of salt and pepper, so you get that good flavoring in there. And I'm going to drizzle it with some olive oil. You want to do this on both sides again. You can also grill it, but I'm going to put it in the oven. I just have a baking sheet and then just some aluminum foil, and you're going to massage him because he likes it. I'm just kidding. No, really, he does though. When you put it in, it's going to keep all the flavors in there. The salt and the pepper and the olive oil will absorb a little bit, so it stays nice and juicy. So massage it really well. Sounds really weird. On both sides. And then we're going to put them in the oven. About 6 minutes each side if you want it to be rare. I don't want it to be rare, so I'm going to keep mine in longer. And you can always go back and check to see, do a cut in the middle of it, and I'll show you how to cut against the grain too when I pull it out of the oven. Here's the big piece of meat. There's an even bigger piece of meat. When you cut the meat, you want to cut it against the grain. This line's right here. That's the grain. Big juicy meat. Anyways, the line, you're distracting me. The line right here is the grain, if you can see it in the camera, because the camera really sucks. You want to cut it against the grain. So against the grain would be this way. I can't do it because I'm holding the camera with one hand, and my friend over here won't hold the camera for me, so you guys get the idea though. You want to cut it this way. One thing I forgot to say is that you have to, before you cut it, let the meat sit for about 5 minutes or so all the juices get in there, and so it's really juicy when you cut it. Otherwise, are you done? Otherwise, if you wait, then it's going to get really dry, so you want to wait. Okay, anyway, someone's distracting me, so you want to just let it sit for 5 minutes so the juices get incorporated, and then you can slice it. So just wait, give it a minute. You see it that well. I have 2 cloves of garlic that I smashed with the back of a spoon. Put them inside 2/3 a cup of olive oil, and we're going to let those two things sit together so the olive oil gets infused with the garlic while we make the rest of the chimichurri. Poblano pepper that I chopped and diced into small pieces. Put it in the blender or the food processor. And you can use, not jalapeno. A lot of people use like a serrano chili or serrano pepper, but they're really, really spicy, so I kind of stayed away from that. But feel free if you like the spicy stuff. So we're just going to puree that. If the blender was on, I think that would help. Next, we're going to add in 1 cup of parsley, 1 cup of cilantro, and I threw a little bit of basil in there just because I ran out of parsley. So usually you would just do a cup of parsley, a cup of cilantro, and you're good. So throw that guy there into the blender, everything in, and then I have the peel of 1 lemon. I just used a microplane and then just went around, got the peel of a lemon. Put that in there, and we grab the top. God, I'm a mess tonight. I don't know what's with me. The camera's kind of bad too. But we're going to puree all that stuff together. Next, we're going to add in 1 cup of parsley, 1 cup of cilantro, and I threw a little bit of basil in there just because I ran out of parsley. So usually you would just do a cup of parsley, a cup of cilantro, and you're good. So throw that guy there into the blender, everything in, and then I have the peel of 1 lemon. I just used a microplane and then just went around, got the peel of a lemon. Put that in there, and we grab the top. God, I'm a mess tonight. I don't know what's with me. The camera's kind of bad too. But we're going to puree all that stuff. Last thing that we're going to add in is the juice of half a lemon. Just half. You don't need the whole thing. You don't want to overkill it. Then we're going to add in the garlic and oil mixture that we had sitting there. Exciting. That's the most exciting part. turn on our blender and then puree. Give it a few seconds and then it's done. So that's what the chimichurri should look like when it's done. Actually, it might be a little bit thicker than that because I didn't use a lot of parsley. Like I said, I ran out, so mine is a little bit more, I guess you'd say like soupy because of the olive oil. But if you add the right amount of parsley and the right amount of cilantro, then it's going to come out just fine. But anyways, it still tastes good. Don't forget to season with salt and pepper. I forgot to mention that. That's really important. So set this to the side and then we'll be able to top it off for our sandwich. To make another sauce for the steak, you have to take some horseradish, about a spoonful, put it in with some mayonnaise, mix that together, and then put it to the side so then you can put it on top of the steak. Here comes my favorite part of the whole thing, when you can just reap the rewards of all this hard work you've been doing in the kitchen. So I have a toasted piece of ciabatta here. Just put it under the broiler for a little bit to crisp it up. And we're going to take some of the mayonnaise that we made, the mayonnaise with the horseradish, just a scoop with a spoon, dab it on, spread it in. Oh, let's put a little bit more on there. It's really good. Okay, and then I'm going to grab some of my steak over here, about 3 pieces, and letting it rest, that's key. Once you do that, you can see such a difference in how juicy the steak is. Put 3 big pieces on there, and then I'm going to do some red and yellow peppers, and then we'll do a little bit of the chimichurri sprinkled over the top. Just a little bit, because this is a pretty picky guy that I'm cooking for. I don't know if he's going to like this chimichurri. But how can you not? So there it goes. That's your finished masterpiece. And definitely buy a whole loaf of ciabatta because there's going to be room for seconds that people are definitely going to want. Hope you guys try it out and let me know if you do. Thanks. Bye-bye.